Welcome to tape number 4. This tape will bring you to purple belt. We're going to start right away with kicks. This is a little bit different type of kick because we're going to use the knees. They're still into the categories of kicks. We have basically two types of knee kick. Okay? The upward kick and the roundhouse kick with your knee. Obviously, this kick can only perform a close quarter when you are into a situation of trapping, grappling with a person like this. So let me show you from this side so you can see. The upward knee usually is directed to the groin, okay, into the front upper part of the thigh, okay. If it's sideways into you this way, because maybe you're in the middle of a joint lock or something, you're going this way, right into the common peroneal deferens. Of course, even from the back part of the thigh. Okay, if you manage to bend it, for instance, with the groin struck first, the bone comes this way, then you can do upward kick into the face. Okay, it's very simple, just upward kick. Use your whole body energy, and that's your knee kick. The second one, it's a roundhouse. Same thing as we do with the hook punch or a roundhouse kick. This time, this is usually again directed to the outside of the thigh here, or up here, if you can go there high, into the side in the floating ribs area. So from here, in a roundhouse motion, 1, 2. Again, a close quarter always. From the other side, same thing. 1, 2. Even if you have it this way, let's do this side here, front of the body. In a grappling situation, coming in, into the center mass of the body. So you have your upward knee kick and your roundhouse knee kick. At this belt level, you're going to have now 3 strikes that you need to learn. Okay, the first one is the very famous knife hand strike. You're using the bottom part here of your hand. Okay, now knife hand strike can be done in a reverse fashion or this way, palm up or palm down. It does not matter, they're both knife hand. Now, in combat Hapkido, many times we also use the forearm. Same motion, same movement. That's why we don't really distinguish them. But instead of using the hand, you're using the forearm here. Same thing on the other side, using the forearm. The head could be down here, same thing. Some people call this a typical karate chop, with the hand or the forearm. You have downward, okay? You can do it horizontal, this way, reverse, this way, in a reach hand fashion. They're all knife hands, okay? And most martial arts have this strike, and you need to learn it because it's a very effective in self-defense. Open hand strikes are very effective. So this is your knife hand, different parts of the body. You can also attack this part of the body here, again with the bottom of the hand or even the whole forearm, this way. So same thing if you do it coming in, inward, okay, reverse, here. Part of the body, the front of the body, the trachea area, the back of the neck, the side of the neck. Also, sometimes in joint locking, striking this way, knife hand this way. So many different applications, different target, same strike. The second one that we want to show you now is the spear hand. The spear hand uses the tip of the fingers. Now, in some styles, they try to go into the center mass of the body. Most people don't have fingers strong enough, and they may actually snag their fingers and hurt them. So we recommend that you use the spear hand on the very soft targets of the body. Primary area here, right here, pressure point, right here, into the suprasternal notch, and the most effective of all, the eye jab, the spear, right into the eye. We can use it in trapping when you strike here, go right into the eye, this way. So the spear hand is very effective at close range. It's a great strike, but remember to use it on soft targets of the body. Try not to go into areas of the body where it's strong and you can hurt your fingers. The third strike we want to show you now is the ox jaw. Ox jaw is a very special type of strike. You're going to take your hand, spray your fingers, bring it back as far as you will go, and lock your wrist. And that's the area that you want to use to strike. Now remember, if it's too loose and you strike something, especially a hard surface, you may damage your wrist. So make sure you lock it with energy. And again, this one is used into solar plexus, sternum, floating ribs here, and the rest is to the face area, side of the head, neck. This is your axe jaw. Tighten up a little bit, Pedro. So here, for instance, this is your strike right here. Okay, same side of the head. Okay, face. Here. It's a bony area. You keep it locked. This is your axe jaw strike. The next category is breakaways from two hands grabbing one wrist. When the person grabs you with two hands, it's very powerful, very strong. Your advantage is, of course, that you have one free hand. So if you need to do a distraction, you can use the other hand, or again, you can always go into a kick. But since we're going to do a breakaway here, assisted by the other hand, sometimes you don't even need to do a distraction. Remember, his hands are occupied, you're not worried about him punching you. The very first one that we're going to do here is going to involve a movement, simple movement, step in and raise your hand. See, it makes it difficult for him to hold you. One, like this. Reach out, grab the back of your hand from here. And as you're pulling out, you're not simply breaking away, you want to bring the elbow into his face in one fluid movement, like this. Remember, because you're holding your hand with the other hand, you have lots of power and energy. Okay? One more time from here. Step in, angle your elbow down and your hand up, this way. Grab the back of your hand, one fluid movement. When you do it fast, it really looks nice because from here, bam, it's very dynamic and very effective. So, one more time, just to show you the movement here, the detail, okay? Angle up, grab the back of your hand, and strike as you pull it out. Of course, you can come back with a follow-up strike immediately. The second one is a variation of the first one, a little bit different directions. This time, what you do, you go, again, angle the elbow downward and the fingers toward his eyes, this way, raise up this way. Okay? You accomplish that by using your whole body and bending the elbow. This time, grab your hand again with the other hand, but this time, instead of going to the back of the hand, just go to the front of the hand as you were clasping your hands together. So as you go here, grab, then shoot your elbow into his solar plexus here. This will cause the head to come forward. One, as the head comes forward, continue, follow through with the motion coming up, hitting the chin. Okay? Don't stop, don't try to do one and then two. Fluid movement. One, all one movement. So from here, again, angle up, grab, shoot the elbow in there, boom, here, follow through here, and continue hitting it if you need to do multiple strikes. One more time, just this movement here. One, grab your hand, hit, hit, follow up. Again, the third one is a different version of the same concept. He grabs you with two hands. This time, angle your elbow upward and your hand here toward you. So this is your movement initially. Use the whole body to push into him. Reach out with the other hand again and grab this time the back of your hand, not the front because it's uncomfortable. So here, grab the back of your hand and pull out violently to release yourself. That's why these are in the breakaway category. That's what you're really doing, breaking away. The strike is just a follow-up. So from here, he grabs you, angle the elbow, grab the back of your hand, one, finish, finish. Okay, again, what you're going to use for a follow-up, okay, one, depends how far his head comes forward when you rip out. One, sometimes he comes this way, easy. Sometimes he perceives the movement, he'll pull his head back. So from here, one, two, you hit the body. Or you follow with long-range strike. Hand, knife hand, back fist punch. One more time, just the movement here, watch. One, grab the back of your hand, pull out. Follow up with your strike. As a matter of fact, one, two, you could follow up with a kick at this point. We're going to get back in the area now of same side wrist grabs. Again, always remember to do your distraction, hand or kick. Even if I forget to mention it, you always do it. Okay, from here, After you do your distraction, come up and trap the hand right away as you're coming out to the outside. Make sure that you keep the thumb on the inside of his arm, okay? Like placing him into this V over here. So from here, 1 and trap. You have him here, squeeze the ball structure at the knuckle level, here. Squeeze. Keep the wrist trap, wrist. Turn this one into you a little bit while you're turning this one out. This is like double action, this way. From here, 1, 2, 3. Very, very painful. Be careful, don't dislocate the wrist of the person you're training with. This is a very devastating technique here. So again, 1, push into him. You want the elbow bend to here. So here, 1, and here, as you have the bone structure squeeze, see, already feels pain just by squeezing a little bit. When you add this double action here, it'll come down. What do you do when he's down? You can knee him, you can kick him, you can reach and take him down. You can take him all the way straight down, anything you want. One more time from this side. Watch carefully this part here, okay? Up a little bit. Watch again. It's very hard for him to stay up because this is extremely painful. Here, this is your technique. Some people call it the S because the arm forms an S here. And that's your technique. Be very careful. Okay, the next one, you're going to basically bring him from your wrist grab into a hammerlock. This is how it works. He grabs you, you do your distraction. In this case, I prefer a hand strike. And I'll show you why. The hand has to wind up over here anyway. So, economy of movement again. As you go in 1, come right back here. Your hand just pushes out this way. Lift him up. Don't grab the wrist, the elbow this way. Just go behind it. Lift him up. As you can see, you also have a little bit of a thumb lock there. That if you snap, you can actually dislocate his thumb. What you do is you lift him up here, shoot. Like a knife hand strike. Here, and here you have it. Do not stay on the shoulder. He's strong here. He'll fight you back. Go back, pedal, and lock you up. So what you want to do instead of the shoulder there, you stay right here, close to the elbow. Now, what do you do from here? Take him straight down or escort him. You want to escort him, grab the hair, and pull him back this way. He has no hair. Then grab over here the muscle, lock him up, and you can escort him out. Very painful. The least the person is flexible, the more this is going to hurt. Okay, the other side is better, so we can see the details. Okay, from here, watch, forget the distraction a second. Watch what we're going to do here. Reaching behind, lifting, okay, and then shooting right behind the elbow. You can kick, you can strike, you can escort. And that is the hammerlock technique. In this technique, we're going to bring you into the hammerlock again, but from a different perspective. So let's start the technique from this part here, because this is the important part. There are a couple of different components. From here, do your distraction, this time with a kick. So from here, 1, bring him out here. Okay, don't go too low because then it's going to be difficult for you to go there. Bring him up a little bit. Not too much, you don't have to go too high, just about here. Insert from underneath your other hand, grab the wrist, that allows you to do your breakaway. As you break away, pull him into you, and hit him this way, with an elbow strike. Then what you do, you turn your hips into him, and as you do, strike the bicep here, insert here, and lock him. Back into the hammerlock, and what you did before, take down, strike, escort, whatever you want. We'll not spend any time on that. We're just going to concentrate on the technique. One more time. Watch. After your distraction, pull him in this way. You want to create a window here, an opening. Insert. As you're breaking away, pull him into your strike. Bang, this way. Then turn your hips and shoulder into him. Push up with this. See, this is your movement. You want to push him up as much as possible. Strike the bicep there, push him up. Now let the other hand go because you don't need it anymore. And you're right into your hammerlock. One time from this side. Okay? I'm going to turn my back on you a little bit, but I want you to see this part here. So from here, coming up, one, striking. Now watch me turn my hip and shoulder as I'm pushing here and striking into the bicep here. Coming around, back into the hammerlock. Okay, this one, he grabs you. Okay, same thing, distraction, bring him out here. Stand a little bit lower than before. This way. Come from the top this time. This is what you're going to do. As you grab his wrist on the inside, break away, begin to turn your body away. Okay, so your body, in case it's trying to stretch or something, begin to turn, grab the edge of his hand here, where the thumb is, and flip him over this way. Now, again, when you do that, and you have him in that position, you can switch into an escort, a takedown, a lock up on the ground, whatever. Okay, let's go this side for a second. Again, I'm going to turn my back on you. So I want you to see when I turn around, and my footwork also here, which is important. I do my distraction, I reach, I grab his wrist, I break away as I begin to turn. Now you see what I'm doing here. As I'm turning away from him, I grab back of his hand here, begin to twist him, see, he's already feeling it, and then from here, swift movement, wham! And from here again, I can escort him, or I'm happy, just take him straight to the ground. Into the ground, again, lock up. One time from this side, so you see the beginning of the movement. Okay, one, bring him in, break away. Okay, that's the important part right here. Breaking away. Footwork, stepping behind him, grab the back of his hand, go over, swift movement here. Okay, the next one is very important technique, we call it the center lock. Okay, person grabs your wrist, kick, come around, kick, and you can reverse it into something else. Now I did it very fast to show you the potential of this technique. Now let's do it a little bit slower, of course, so you can see the different parts. From here, right hand kick for distraction. Bring your hand out this way. I'm going to also do it from the other side. From here, insert your hand and grab his wrist. Thumb up. That allows you to break away, begin to turn his wrist. Come back with the hand and grab the edge of his hand where the little finger is. Push up, step across and under. Now here the trick is to begin to point your guiding fingers into his eyes. When that happens, he cannot take it because the wrist will snap, so he's got to start walking backwards because it hurts so much. This can be used as an escort technique or a takedown or whatever you want. Let's examine it from this side, very important. Watch what happens after your distraction, coming here, see, open hand, elbow close to you, don't go out there. One, coming in with your thumb, breaking away, beginning to turn and push up. Reach, grab the edge of the hand there by the little finger, raise up. See, he's already in pain here. Step across and under. And see, I'm also controlling him here with my elbow in case he tries to come in close and try to hit me. So I'm controlling with my elbow. Once you're here, you can use one hand, both hands, or even the cross hand for control. This way. Either hand will do. Okay? One more time. From here, think you're going to see better. Okay? 1, 2, 3, your breakaway. 4, 5, step across and under. 6. Here you can throw him. Okay? You can do other things. Okay? That's your center lock. Okay, we're going to get back now into the area of cross wrist grabs. Okay? Now, person grabs you, again, use a leg distraction better, because sometimes to try to reach with your hand here across the body, you can block it, check it, trap it, so you're getting into a trapping situation now. So, from the blind angle, because you cannot see what's going on down here, a quick shot, quick kick to the leg, I think is a much better kind of distraction for this technique. So from here, 1, bring the hand up. Basically what you're going to have is the palm facing him. Okay? This is what you want to do. In other words, simple movement like this. Rotate your palm facing him. So from here, as you're doing this at the same time, reach out with the other hand, grab his wrist so he doesn't get away from you. And you break away. going right into his thumb. Now you can come back with your forearm, this way, taking him down, or make a complete breakaway, this way, bring the hand back, and you can push his wrist down here. You're going back to an outside wrist lock, which we've done before. Okay, let's look at the technique dynamically a little bit. One time, he grabs one here and down. Once he lands here, good thing to do, you can drop one knee on his neck, one on his ribs, bring the hand in, and lock him this way. Okay, very nice technique to lock him up on the ground. Okay, let's look at it one more time slowly. One, coming up, or do your distraction first, of course. One coming up as you insert it into the other hand. Break away, push down on the back of his knuckle here. Not on his finger, because you can do this if you go in his finger. Gotta stay on his hand. And bring him down. Move with him. Okay? And that's your next defense against the cross wrist grab. The next one is a very interesting technique, very painful, so be careful with your partner when you practice. Okay, you're going to basically get into a different area now that we're going to introduce in this area of finger locking technique. Okay, this technique over here, we're going to show it to you from both sides. As a matter of fact, let's start from this side, which you'll see a lot better. Okay, from here, a person grabs you, do your distraction, come out on the outside, like if you were doing a counter grab, only we're not going to counter grab it this time. From here, coming around here, insert your other hand, lock him, grab his waist tight, that you can now move away from you or try to pull away. That's what you don't want. As you're doing that, slide your other hand into his hand, grab his fingers this way. Now, this is two movements now. One going up first, jack him up a little bit, creates a lot of pain, torquing upwards and into him at the same time. Okay, I'm breaking this down for you in a couple of different movements, then we'll show it to you dynamically. Then what you do, first you go up, you jack him up, and then you spin and you take him down to the ground, locking him up on the ground. Once you have him on the ground this way, you can follow up by stepping in on his, like this, putting his shoulder so he locks up the arm, and keep on twisting. As you twist, he hurts tremendously. Okay? All right. All right, let's show it to you a little more in details. Watch what happens here. Your distraction, move away from that fist, coming around here, inserting. Watch, turn the hand, slide down on his fingers, grab them, twist them into him, and up, jacking him up. Now violently reverse direction and take him to the ground, this way. And when he hits the ground, he's yours. Now what you can do from here obviously is many different things, but you have right here technique. You can step here, hold him, and step there. Okay, you have him in tremendous pain. Okay, so be very careful with this technique when you practice with your partner. It's very tough on the wrist as well as the fingers. The new area we're going to begin now in your curriculum is the area of side wrist grab. Not always people will grab you this way or this way, basically facing you. Sometimes you're standing here, minding your own business, somebody comes from the side. And they use what is called an inverted grip. Okay, this is what can be called an inverted grip here. So you need to have defenses against this type of attack. Okay, so from here, he grabs me. Best type of distraction in this type of technique, instead of trying to turn your body and try to hit him, also, as you turn in your body, he may already be ready to hit you. So the best type of distraction here is to use your foot, leg closest to you, and kick him. Okay? Side kick or a straight shot like this into the side of the leg. After you've done that, distraction, bring him close to you, trap the hand right away. Trap the hand from the top here, keep him close to your body, raise your elbow, and push down. And that is your wrist lock right there. We're going to show it to you in a little more detail. Okay? Let me show it to you this way. Pull up your sleeve a little bit. Watch what we're talking about here, because this is a very important detail. From here, after you do your distraction, lock him in close to your body. Come over, but don't go too much. Just like this. keep him tight to you. See, as soon as I begin to put pressure, watch what happens to him. Okay? So, one more time. Okay? I'll do it slowly again. Try to be easy on him too. He grabs me, live hand, strike, bring it in to you, close to your body, and down he goes. Okay, be careful keeping the pressure because can snap the wrist very easily. Your number 2 defense against the side wrist grab is, there's some similarities to the other one, but you're going to lock him up in a different way. Okay? From here, same distraction. Again, bring him into you, close to your body. But this time, instead of trapping from the top this way like we did before, going to bring him a little higher and trapping coming from under your own hand, this way. Okay? Different kind of lock. So as you're coming in, 1, bring him up here, go over completely with your elbow now, keep him locked here, and then bring him down. This is extremely painful for him. And as you see, he's got his face very close to my knee here, and I could actually shoot him with my knee also. Okay? We'll try to do it a little more dynamically now, but bear in mind that if you do it too fast, you can injure yourself. So from here, 1, distraction, bring him down. Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right, check it out a little bit. And we're going to try one more time very, very, very gently and very slowly. Okay. Grabs, distraction, bring up close to you and reach and trap the hand. Go over with your elbow and take down. It doesn't take much. Okay, so be careful with your partner on this one too. Very painful technique. We're going to enter now in the area of defenses against punches. Now, unlike grabs, where there is maybe a static situation for a second or two because the person is grabbing you, punches are always dynamic. There is always movement. So it's important for you also to learn the type of avoidance, deflections, blocking, and trapping techniques. But right now we're going to stick directly into the defenses against punches. The first one, we're going to move slowly the first time so you see what we're doing. He throws a punch, okay? Again, it could be a jab or a cross. It does not matter. Depends on his leg position. So he throws the punch. You're going to deflect the punch. It doesn't matter with which hand. You can use the cross hand first, then go directly into the technique, or you can use the other hand and switch, and then going into your arm bar and take him down. Okay, that's your technique right here. One more time, for, 1, 2, coming in, taking him down. Or simply, you're minding your own business, your hands are up, you're deflecting the punch, and you're taking him down. Now we're going to do it one time, a little more dynamically, so you see what we're talking about, and it happens a little faster. As he comes in here, and then he's the arm bar on the floor, right here. Okay? Now, from this side, you get a different view from this side. But I'm going to go a little slower this time. It's going to throw the punch, deflect. Remember, this is not a hard block. You're going with the energy of the punch, moving out of the way, letting the punch pass you by. Watch. Coming here, catching his wrist, attacking the tricep tendon, and taking him to the ground with the arm bar that you've done before. Okay? A little more dynamically now, one more time. He throws the punch here, catching, down to the ground, last. Okay, that's your first defense against punch. The second defense against a punch is extremely fast technique, and also, again, dangerous because you're going to get into the tracheal area again. So he throws the punch, you're deflecting, let his energy pass. As you're doing that, step close and behind him, reach out with the other arm. As you're coming around, your first contact you make is by striking the side of the neck. As you're doing that, then wrap your arm around in front of his trachea, lock up his arm to your body, and you have him now in basically on a tracheal choke. However, you're going to do a little more than that. You're going to start angling his head away from it. He can't swallow, he can't breathe when you do that. So here, this is how you're going to do it. Angle your hand out. Okay? So now, all together, there's a punch, step behind, lock. Remember, not only you have this lock here, which is good, but you're also locking his arm against your chest. So you have now here a hyperextension of his arm. Okay, right. From here, of course, you can take him to the ground, or you can switch to a different kind of lock or something else you can do. Show it to you one time from this side. He throws the punch, stepping around him, locked him. Here we go. From here you can switch to a full choke if you want it. Okay? Be careful when you start choking people, all right?